Hey, what's happening? Get one, SirJames coming at you guys with another video. And now that E3 is pretty much done and over with, at least until next year, I figured I could go ahead and put a video together for the top 5 games that I'm really looking forward to for the rest of 2017. And I wanted to keep it within the 2017 release, because if this was 2018, let's just say there'll be way too many games for me to list, and there's a lot of big titles coming out. For example, God of War is one example. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this started. Now, going at number 5 on my list is, of course, Assassin's Creed Origins. If you pretty much known me at all here on the channel, you guys may know that I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I'm always looking forward to every single new installment that comes out each and every year. But the fact that they took a long break, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but we did get the Ezio collection, which kind of held me for a little bit, of course, is that it seems like the wait's going to be well worth it. They seem to kind of go with a little bit of an RPG element here and there based on what was shown for the gameplay mechanics. But you know what? I can't wait to see what this new hero is about, kind of learn a little bit more about this guy's backstory, to see what kind of Templars we get to kill, and see where adventures take us. Now, going at my number 4 slot is Ni no Kunai 2. Ni no Kunai, I would consider it as a hidden gem on the PlayStation 3, which if you've never played the first one and you have a PlayStation 3, highly recommend you do so before the second one. You can probably find it for like less than $10 if you search hard enough. But pretty much, I don't have much information about the second one because I'm really going into this one completely blind. I've only seen about 1 minute and 30 seconds of gameplay, but based on what I saw, of course, the art style still looks amazing, much more updated compared to Ni no Kunai 1. Of course, you got the fantastic music, and it seems to change up the combat system a little bit, so I can't wait to see how that plays out. But like I said, I'm going into this one mostly blind, so I'm trying to avoid any type of spoilers, insider information, all that fun stuff. But Ni no Kunai 2 is my number 4 slot. Alright, so next up on my number 3 slot is pretty much a game that we've pretty much already put many hours, days, weeks, and months into. The type of game where we've actually formed friendships, lost friendships, the type of game where we are actually able to form raids, and of course to go ahead and complete all sorts of different challenges, and of course a much stronger foe, and of course the type of game where we have to deal with this random RNG system, where back in the day when you had a shiny exotic engram, you turn that in and you are left with a basic uncommon weapon, and that's just when you tear your hair out with frustration. And I'm talking about Destiny, more specifically Destiny 2. Now, Destiny 2 seems to go for a little bit more of an overhaul, because there's a lot of things that was lacking in the first one that I wanted to see for a second installment. First off, the story. The story, I don't even know what the story was for the first one. Do you guys? I mean, I remember bits of it. There's like this Crota guy, some dude's son, Eris was in it, and Cade Sig. I mean, the story was forgettable, but it seems like the story this time around, we are going to have a menacing foe. I mean, already, I'm excited for this one. The fact that you have this new foe that's coming in, he wants the Traveler's Light, and he's destroyed the tower that we've pretty much hung out in for who knows how long. The fact that not only did he destroy our stuff, but he's destroyed Cade's stuff. I mean, if anything, Cade's stuff was destroyed. That's what matters, not our stuff. Well, I mean, our stuff does matter for all the times we spent, all the exotic weapons and armors that we've collected and stored in our vault, completely gone, wiped out, and now we have to set off on a new journey to not only get our light back, of course, to deal with this new powerful foe. So hopefully our journey, either alone or with the fire team, will allow us to achieve victory. But again, Destiny 2 is my number 3 slot. So let's go ahead and get next to number 2. Next up as my number 2 slot is the Call of Duty World War II. Now, when it comes to the Call of Duty games, I don't like them all. There's specific ones that I like, such as Call of Duties 1, 2, and 3, World at War, and Modern Warfare. But when I heard the next Call of Duty game was going to be set in World War II, I just got super excited, because these were the type of Call of Duty games that I played back in the day, and we are going back into that direction, back, of course, pretty much to the roots of Call of Duty that many of us, the fans, have been wanting. Of course, I've also wanted a World at War II, but you know what? I'll settle with World War II. Seems like it's going to be an exciting time. Based on what we've seen for the glimpse of the campaign, looks pretty cool, so I can't wait to see how that turns out. There's one thing I do enjoy for Call of Duty. Of course, I'm always looking forward to the campaign, but of course, I'm also looking forward to spending hours on end and the multiplayer, unlocking everything that I possibly can, and of course, trying to get to the next level. And the number 1 spot for me is EA's Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, I know, a lot of people were probably thinking, what the heck? Because, you know, a lot of people were upset when EA's first initial Star Wars Battlefront came out, lacking in all sorts of different things, a campaign of some kind, gameplay features and all that, but it seems like they are learning from their mistake because they're not trying to hash this one out to correspond with the movie like the first one. It seems like we are getting a lot of the stuff that we've been requesting. There may be 1 or 2 features that are not quite there yet, but I mean, we are getting the clones, and there better be some skins for the 501st Troopers, because if so, definitely going to be rocking that once I reach that level. Of course, we have new Jedis to play, we have new Sith characters to use, all sorts of different things. We have a nice new class system, so depending on the class you're going to be, you're going to have specific abilities. And of course, not only that, you got the sound design and the visual aspect thanks to DICE's engine. But again, just everything about it looks so much promising. Hopefully it's not a disappointment, because if the hype train dies when that game comes out, I'm going to be upset. But so far, based on what we've seen for gameplay, for those who got to attend E3, and that was shared, of course, through YouTube, it looks like it's going to be what we've wanted for a Star Wars Battlefront game. But again, that is pretty much my top 5 list. Let me know what your guys' top 5 is in the comment section down below. And if you have any questions, also let me know down below, and I'll see you guys next time.